Yes, I did it. This week is a tough one because one of the hardest things for us all to do is to actually admit when we're wrong. Not just wrong, but way wrong. So in a series that we're talking about lessons from Kobe, I was watching. It was both on. I think the Muse was the name of it, and there's one portion of it where you actually can see Kobe in a light that we don't see him in a lot, and that is when he gets to the part where he talks about his indiscretion, and he talked about what it did to his family, and you can see in him the pain that he caused. He actually, and the reason why I can say this is because he made reference to it in the movie. He said this. He said at the time that his wife was actually pregnant and she lost the baby, and he actually kind of took that on to himself as being responsible because of the stress that she was going through at that time. Why am I bringing this up? I'm not trying to make y'all hate. I told you I love Kobe from the beginning, but the portion that I want to get to us in terms of our lives. There are times where you will do something wrong. There are times where, as human beings, that people do things. I like this story too. The story of David. He saw something that he wanted that didn't belong to him, and he said, "Let me have that." He was dead wrong, but he didn't see it right away until Nathan came and said, "Hey man, let me tell you a story." Nathan was like he was a prophet, but for the sake of this conversation, one of his close homeboys said, "Hey man, let me tell you a story about somebody that took advantage of somebody, that took something from somebody." And David got angry when he heard the story and said, "Who did this?" And Nathan said, "Oh, it was you." I love David's response. David's response was, "Yes, I did it." In a society where we don't talk about wrong anymore, in a church society also we don't talk about wrong anymore, there's a freedom that comes when you say, "Yes, I did it." Kobe got wrapped up into some stuff. He was wrong for his indiscretion, although he didn't admit to doing the rest of the stuff that he was accused of. The reality of it is that he was wrong, and you can see now in his today and the way he's carrying himself now, the growth that came from him being able to sit with his wife and say, "Hey, this indiscretion piece of it, I was wrong for that." Let me talk to some people out there in some difficult times, difficult moments, difficult things that's happening in life. One of the most freeing things you can do is to learn how to take responsibility for your actions. There's a freedom that comes with it. I like this word, and this is just something I want to share with you. I always break down the word responsibility, right? It's responsibility in the book. It's the re means to return, right? Whenever you see the letters R-E, it means to return, and then when you spell the rest of it, S-P-O-N, respond, right? It says when it's broken down in Latin, it says to return. This word right here, this middle part, spawn, means promise. Return to the promise, right? And then whenever you get that last part, ability, it says it means accountability. So it means to return to the promise and be accountable for the promise. God's promised you something. The way you get to the promised land is by always returning to what he said to do, returning to that and being accountable for it. We got to be accountable. This is John DeCure, and this is Monday Movement.